Hi everybody. So I didn't just break one phone screen, I broke two phone screens because I don't do anything small. And I actually had a great experience with Ifixit in the process of getting this repaired. Well, I wanted to share that with you guys, so that's what this episode is about. We're fixing a phone. So welcome to the Renaissance Builder. We're here in my little workspace that I have going on, my laboratory, my messy laboratory, to perform this repair. So, broke the screen, and you can see this thing is busted. It's all kinds of busted. But actually broke two screens, believe it or not, because I'm just that ridiculous. And as funny as the story is, I think I'll save us time here and just get straight to the point. We're going to go through this video, and I'm going to be very detailed on the disassembly and a little bit of the reassembly. I'm going to give you every piece of critical information that you need in order to do this, whilst at the same time trying not to overload the information. For example, I will show you how to take it apart. I will show you the order of the connectors, and that's important, the order of the connectors that you take apart, that you pull off. But we're going to save time. Once you have it apart and once you've done all the repairs correctly, then you should be able to stick it back together, just doing what you took apart in reverse. One very important thing I need to emphasize is have a build mat. I have this silicone build mat here that I use for actually quite a few things. Carburetor rebuilds and all that, but it has a lot of little pockets that you can put things in, and that is very important because there are different length screws that go on in here, different kinds and different lengths, and you want to it's very important that you keep track of those screws and where they go, so you don't just you never just want to pile the screws in a little pile and then hope it'll go back together right, because you can totally brick a phone doing that. So that's important. A build mat and having something to organize all those tiny little screws. So with all that being said, let's get into. I'm gonna change up the camera position, and hopefully this all works out nicely. But let's get into the tear down and repair of this phone. Now, the Ifixit kit that you order when you actually get when you order the screen, right? So you go to Ifixit and you order the screen for whatever phone it is. It's a pretty quality product, I have to admit. The packaging is, okay. So the outside box is, it's a box. But they send you these. That's just to protect the little packages that they give you with this thing, which is nice. Get rid of the box, and you end up with these two little packages right here. So one is going to be, well, pretty obviously your repair tools and your repair parts. So this is going to be the new screen that we're going to be installing, and these are the tools that they send with the screen. Now, mind you, I already have a ProTech toolkit, which I absolutely love. The thing is amazing. But they send along all the tools you need to get this job done. And it looks like I probably tossed these up a little bit in the packaging. So that's what you get when they send the tools. Your tweezers, your spudgers, they actually give you, this isn't quite the same as the one they give you in the ProTech toolkit. This one's plastic. But it still works just as well. A little mini 4mm driver. Oh, and the tweezers are pretty good too, so hang on to those. Yeah, no, it's good tools, right? It's very good tools, and the part itself is same quality. Just unwrap the box, and there's your parts. Now, when you buy the screen, Ifixit does you the favor of only selling you the whole package. Like, they won't sell you the individual part and then be like, oh, well, you should have bought the gasket too. They send you, oh, and there's a little pick too. They send you the gasket with the screen. They basically say, all right, well, you want to do your screen? This is everything you need to do your screen. So that's nice. I mean, it's pretty good stuff. I mean, I appreciate how they package it up. So with that being said, let's get started on the phone. Here we are on the build mat. Now the first thing we want to do to remove the screen is address the 2 screws that are right here on the back next to the charge port. That's right there and right there. So the screws look like little mini stars. So you want to get the tip that comes with your Ifixit kit that looks like a little mini star. I don't know the specific name of it. If you watch the Ifixit video, it can tell you. But here, I'm just going to call it the little mini star. So we take these screws out. Now these screws are kind of long, so you want to pull them out, and they're a little long. You can kind of see that, and you set those to the side. Now it's very, very important that you use some kind of build mat or something to keep your screws organized. Even if you use, like if you have an Ifixit toolkit, you can use the backside of the lid is compartmentalized for this. If you watch the Ifixit video, it will show you how to warm the screen. Like you put a hot, I guess a hot pad or a hot pack across there to warm it, to loosen the glue. But since I don't have any glue, and then you use the suction cup. Now there's a couple things to note with the suction cup. Is, this is the suction cup they send you. If you have a screen that's this broken, that suction cup isn't really going to do you a whole lot of good. So a little tip that you can use is first you clean the screen off so there's no debris, and then you can use something like heavy-duty double-stick tape. This particular tape is by 3M, and it's actually used to hold trim pieces on cars. But you can use double-stick tape, put it across there, and then use, clean it first, and then use your suction cup to remove it from there. In my case, I know the glue's not there, so I'm actually going to use a knife to just so get under the edge and lift the screen up. Now, once you get the screen up, then you want to take one of these plastic picks and get under there. You don't really want to be sticking the knife too far under there because you're going to like cut cables and stuff. And from there, it's a matter of gently going around and prying it up. Now, once you get around here to the power button, then you got to be careful because that's where the cables are. So don't go too deep. Now, when you do this, do not just fold the screen up as you pick it. Hold the screen flat like that and just keep working around the edge. Like the screen's already loose, but you just keep working around the... Stupid focus. Holy cow. It is terrible. You just keep working around the edge. Sorry about that. Until you get the whole way around and you hold it. All right? At that point, then, you can fold it open, the power button away from you. So this button away from you. You can fold the screen open like that. There'll be a cable here that's not shown in this video because I don't have the speaker earphone module in, because that was another thing that bricked on this phone. But use something to prop the screen open, and there you go. Now you have access to the inside. Now we're going to get down in there and actually show you the next steps. So now that we have the screen open and we have it propped up against the box, we can work on this. Now what's important here is this piece right here. We need to take this shield off, this one right here, and there's like 5 screws to it. And we definitely have to be careful here. So there's a screw here, there's a screw here, a screw here, here, and here. Now what you really have to be careful with is these screws are different lengths. So this screw right here and this screw right here are longer than the other 3. So this is where having a build mat is very important. So what you want to do is you want to take these screws out, and it doesn't have to be in any particular order, but the important thing is to take them out and then stick them in their own little slots in such a position that you're going to remember where they go back in. because the last thing in Apple is known for this. Apple's really bad for having different length screws. Let's get the focus back in here. So Apple is really bad for having different length screws, and then if you put a long screw in a short hole, you brick the whole device. It's like, you gotta be kidding me, dude, but whatever, it's what they do. Also, like, be very careful not to just jam the screwdriver anywhere into the board, because that could really mess things up. So now we're going to take our tweezers and we're going to lift that plate up and set it to the side. Alright, now here's another part where it gets very important. You'll see I actually have one of the ports is open, one of the connector ports, and that's because the speaker module connects to that, and my speaker module bricked, so that's another thing I'll be replacing here. But what's very important to do is you have this port and this port is lift this port up first. You want to disconnect the battery, which I believe is this one. Yes. So it's very important to make sure you disconnect the battery first. And the reason being is by disconnect, we're just going to move it so it doesn't make contact in there. By disconnecting the battery first, you will prevent any of the modules with their internal safeties, like the speaker module, from basically saying, "Oh, somebody's trying to hack the phone. You know, we're gonna self-destruct," because Apple does that. So make sure you disconnect the battery first, and then go through and gently pry up these connectors for the screen. And that's it. That's our screen. See? Ta-da! I can get a close-up of that there break. Woo, nice. Yep. Okay. Now putting the new screen in is pretty much that in reverse. And there we have it. An iPhone 10, after breaking 2 screens on the thing, we finally successfully managed to repair the thing back to normal operating conditions. So, literally, I can, you know, it's all there. Like, you know, everything functions. I know you can't see too much on the video screen, but it does all the stuff that it's supposed to do. I hate iPhones screens, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it now. I just have to address the broken back glass, but that I don't really care about nearly as much. So I'm considering this repair successful. Now, I have to say this, and I think Ifixit would actually agree, even though they do a very good job of trying to find high quality pieces for your phones. Really, honest to God, honestly, nothing is quite going to come to the original equipment quality. Yes, the tone on the screen is slightly different. It seems like it's slightly unsaturated, like it's a little more dull. And the facial recognition, because I had to replace the speaker module, which apparently takes care of the facial recognition, because I had to replace that, the phone really doesn't want to set up facial recognition. So maybe I'll talk to tech support about that. Maybe there's something I can do about that. If not, then I guess I lost that feature because I did not unplug the battery correctly the very first time when I did this. So the order at which you unplug those little connectors is important. But other than that, the thing works perfectly fine. It's doing all the functions it's supposed to do, and I am very satisfied with it. And the story, this particular repair story, I have to give. I just genuinely have to give Ifixit a lot of credit, because they did not have to do what they did. I have 2 screens right here. You can see it. This screen is the original piece, and I busted it, obviously, and then when I was going to warranty the second screen, Holy smokes, it actually bent the back of it. When I was going to get a warranty on the second screen, I told them, like, I broke this thing. I cannot justifiably, claim warranty on the screen. They're like, hey, we appreciate your honesty. Here's 50% off. And we're going to rush it to you. And I was like, I can't argue with that. That is phenomenal service. I didn't ask for it, and they're like, here. Just out of the I want to say kindness of their heart, but frankly, it's good marketing, because now here I am making this video, very pleased with this experience. So that's a thing. So thank you very much for paying attention, for following through this video. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this helps you guys out when, if you're watching this video, you probably are interested in fixing your own phone. So hopefully this helps you out in doing so. Ifixit's videos are probably, well, they are better quality than my videos. I don't have that much budget. That being said, real world experience, and mind you, that's the first time I've ever repaired an iPhone X. I've repaired the previous versions, the 4. I can't tell you how many screens I put on the iPhone 4s. I've only ever worked on my own phones, so I'm not a professional at this. Not at all. You can see my fat, greasy fingers. And I was able to accomplish this repair fairly decently. So this is something that you guys can most certainly do and save yourself hundreds of dollars on the repair, as long as you're careful about doing so. So yeah, I am very grateful to Ifixit for the experience and the support, and I am very happy to have got this phone back to operating condition, and we can move on with our day. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching to this point. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and throw a like and a subscribe on the videos. It would really help out the channel a lot, and I'd appreciate that as well. So thank you very much, and as always, you guys have a good night.
Bye-bye.